That's fair. What was the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched personally was This Is the End.
Magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's like I remember when that came out and it was so funny.
Did not age as well for
No,
you?
it's good.
Yeah.
It's
And
still good.
that's what I've actually only seen a couple times. Like I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I remember really liking it but not loving it. And I think I still hold that sentiment. Because it's been like
I think it was like 2013.
I think it's been 12 years. The
Yeah.
concept of the movie is great.
100%.
Like really, really good. But I think some of it is, from my memory, probably not aged the best. Like, I remember it being like, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been so long since I've seen it, but isn't there like the devil and like demons and stuff? And like I remember not loving that part of the movie. Like I remember really liking the concept of it all being them in an apocalypse situation, but not necessarily that type of
I'm okay with it because they had to go somewhere. Like they had to make some semblance of a plot.
Yeah.
And so, and you can tell because there's a big chunk in the middle where it's just the like 6 guys in the house interacting, and it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming up with like little issues, like they got to get water somehow. Emma Watson shows up for a second, and they got to figure out what to do with that. But they had like I could just see because I think Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg wrote it and directed it.
Yeah.
And I could just see them sitting down being like, how do we end this thing? And Seth Rogen was like, what if the devil came out of the center of the earth and then Jay and Seth go to heaven?
Yeah.
Love it. Print.
Yeah, it's great. Print. Yeah, done. That's funny.
So yeah, it's great. I love it. I'd love to see it's just annoying because like I get very annoyed with like Hollywood culture and the idea of and actors in general. Not very annoyed. Like truthfully, I don't let it bother me very much because I don't know these people.
Sure.
It's just annoying how much it like takes over my life outside of watching movies. Like you can't go anywhere without some actor being like, "Hey, I'm better than you, and you need to listen to me and do what I say."
Yeah.
But that movie's funny because they kind of have they had a self-awareness of it at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the joke is like, oh, we act like we're tough, but we're soft and we're screwed and we don't know what to do now. And there's another point where they're like, so what, you're saying we're all bad people? That's why we didn't get called up? And Craig Robinson's like, yeah, I gouged a guy's eyes out. It's like, okay, glad you're. But the idea of like them confronting, like, oh, maybe we're not as cool as we say we are, is actually very like it's fun. And Jonah Hill playing like this eccentric, exaggerated version of himself, where he's just like, overly
prick,
kind,
right?
but like fake. Yeah, he's like fake kind and stuff like that.
I don't know anyone like that.
It's just self-aware to something that I like. I can't really think of anyone. This show will not be like us, like talking about people that
I can think of so
but
many people from work, from church, from in my family. Like, really, you got no one?
Yes, but like I don't like those people.
So well, yeah, exactly. But
so I haven't talked to them very recently. But anyway, regardless, it's fun. What'd you watch last?
Today I saw The Fire Inside, which will age this on Letterboxd, but it's a
okay.
What?
Is it a story about Taco Bell?
No, that sounds amazing though. No, it's a boxing film, a biopic about a young woman boxer.
Huh.
It was good. Brian Tyree Henry plays the coach.
Those aren't like a dime a dozen at this point. I feel like every year there's a new like boxing biopic.
I was talking to someone at work today. I love football. I love watching football.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much playing, but I love watching football. And this year especially was the first time where I really got into like the whole league, like
Okay.
NFL wise, and was interested in what was going on with players beyond the Green Bay Packers, beyond them. And that being said, I don't like playing sports, any other, like I don't like watching basketball. I love going to Brewer games.
Sure.
I love that experience. I could take or leave watching it at home.
Yeah. Didn't we leave at like the 7th inning when we went?
Yeah, you got to beat traffic. So. But golf, fuck that shit. Volleyball's okay, I guess. But anyway, I just don't, it's not part of my like everyday culture. But let me tell you, you could have a sport movie about literally chess and I will find it fascinating. I just love, it's the same reason why I love like music biopics. Are they all done? Are they all more or less the same story? Like person rises to fame, they have some sort of addiction or problem, and then they come back in the end, or they die or some shit. Yes, they are all kind of the same. And sports movies, all kind of the same. You're adapting a story because it's inspirational. Sometimes there's differences or changes or whatever. But most often, I love a sports movie. And this one was no different. So it was a true story, but I found it inspirational. Performances are good. It was written by Barry Jenkins.
I'm aware of him.
But he didn't direct it. He just wrote it.
How dare he?
I know. So the script was good. But yeah, no, I just like a good sports movie. I don't know what it is about sports movies that like I've never watched boxing in real life. I fucking love Rocky.
But if you could sit for an hour and a half while the boxer tells you their life story and then goes to box, would you then be more interested?
What?
Because like then it's like a movie.
Oh. No.